This next book is extremely special, and it is probably the book I recommend the most to people when they ask me for a book recommendation right now. It has created a couple additions to my TBR list and means that there is a future state where I'm going to have a playlist dedicated completely to this author. I read Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel in 2025. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I wrote this about it after reading. The concept of time travel is so wildly interesting to us. We have a legion of different ideas about how it could work and what rules govern it. I really enjoyed the story that Mandel weaves in this book. It hit me profoundly more interesting than Station 11 did, and I like that one quite a lot too. This feels like a more accessible and more rationally connected Cloud Atlas. She keeps the reader engaged with potential at every step and doesn't lose any momentum to superfluous exposition. The story manages the reader's ignorance perfectly and allows us to participate in her narrator's discoveries in a way that feels executed exactly the way I'd want it to be executed. I love that the Ouroboros of time travel can be revealed in so many different creative ways. Another film and story it had me thinking of was 12 Monkeys, and I think this is better connected and more touching than that too. In stories like these, we see that even as we experience and imagine a linear causality of events in time, the creative leap necessary to place any identity in time travel negates any autonomous causality concept. Chasing down these rabbit holes teaches the characters that there is no free will, even though they continue to struggle to control circumstances and save different expressions of life from them. We created the loop, and we exist in it to experience it. The rules become irrelevant. The experience becomes the focus. Its life metaphor here feels like a meditation, and it is a joy to explore these ideas with great writers like Mandel. Her last line in the book feels particularly special to me and reads like a diary entry to clue us in to her creative motivation for this one, even though the line is narrated to us by Gasperi. I've been thinking a great deal about time and motion lately, about being a still point in a ceaseless rush. This book is a beautiful and creative elaboration of what that feels like. So I'm super excited to talk about this book because I don't think I've ever had my TBR list with multiple books by one author listed there, and I already have 2 more to read by Emily St. John Mandel. I talked about how much I like her writing when we were talking about Station 11. She's fantastic. I've got 2 more on the list for her. I'm gonna keep adding books by her. I was serious when I said at the beginning that this is the book that I end up recommending to people when they say, oh, read any good books lately? When I talk about the Ouroboros of time travel, the Ouroboros is the snake eating itself. When we try to figure out a logic to the way that time exists, we end up defining it with the experience of it. Time is an observation. It's a measurement of experience. It's not linear. Our experience of it is, but it's all happening. If you've read Cloud Atlas or seen the movie, seen 12 Monkeys, it's this concept of things that we've done in the past have created the reality that we feel now in the present. And they're a part of everything. Our future is too. It's just we haven't had that linear experience of it yet. And considering how the things that we did created what we experience today, that's where the argument for the lack of free will pops up. Because there's no other way. This is the way we had to experience it. There is no other way. I love books like this. I love books that explain that idea to us by showing us different ways to consider causation and what leads to our everyday experiences. This book is a wonderful first-person telling of different experiences in time and the effects of everything happening all at once, even if we don't experience it that way. I have it listed as a 4 out of 5 as a common referral for me, as a common book that I send out or share with people. It really shows up as a favorite for me. I feel like it's settled up in my memory too, and it definitely has inspired me to read more Emily St. John Mandel. Quick note about the hat here. We talked about it a little bit last year. There's a switchback event. It's an outdoor industry event. There's been 2 thus far. Last year, 2025 in Nashville, this year, this past summer in New Orleans. But there was something about the concept of what a switchback is as you go up a mountain or go down a mountain, and how you experience the same things in slightly different ways as you make your way along the path. There's something about that concept that I thought would be relevant for this review. if you're interested in time travel, sci-fi, if you're interested in objectively observing the switchbacks of your own life, Sea of Tranquility is a great read for you. I read Sea of Tranquility in 2025. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Till next.